recovery doctor. I'm Dr. Kevin Smith. I'm a vestibular physical therapist, and today I'm going to show you how to reposition those little crystals if they're displaced in the horizontal canal. So if you have BPPV in the horizontal canal floating around in there, we call it horizontal canal phthisis. Now, if you're not sure what's causing your vertigo, follow the link to download my free ebook on the 5 most common causes of vertigo and how to recover from them. And if you think you have BPPV, but you're not sure, you can all link to my video below on how to test for BPPV and how to figure out which canal may be involved. Now, most of the time, it's probably the posterior canal, although recent studies have shown that almost 40% of the time or even more, there could be horizontal canal involvement. So I wanted to go through how to reposition if they are floating around in the horizontal canal. I have had people, so the Dix-Hall pike is the test for the posterior canal. I have had people, we test and they don't get any symptoms. And then we do the roll test where you turn your head to the left and they do get symptoms, indicating that it's probably the horizontal canal. I've had people that have both canals involved and they can distinguish between, okay, when I do the Dix-Hall pike and when I lay back, I can see kind of the room spinning more, right? And that's what we're expecting as clinicians, to see your eyes move in this kind of upbeat and torsional direction that we call nystagmus. And then I test them in the roll test and they're saying, oh, well, now the room's not spinning so much, but it's moving kind of up and down or more horizontally. And that's what we're looking for as a clinician, of your eyes moving more horizontally for the horizontal canal. If you can distinguish between, okay, well, my eyes are kind of or the room's kind of moving in circles, or the room is moving forward and backward in more of a linear motion, that may help you in figuring out, okay, well, is it more of that posterior canal that has that torsional eye direction, or is it more of the horizontal canal that has more of that linear direction? Now, depending on if the little crystals are stuck to the cupula, which is a little structure at the end of the canal, or if they're or if they're just floating in the canal, your eyes will move the opposite direction. But that's another video. So if they're floating around in the canal, what you're going to do is what we call the barbecue roll, and it's very similar to the Epley or modified Epley maneuver that you do for the posterior canal. But instead of having a pillow up against your hips, you're going to put the pillow right behind your head. You're going to lay down slowly onto your bed or whatever surface that you're doing this maneuver on. Now, whichever side that you have the most symptoms on is probably the side you want to start with. So if you did the roll test where you turn your head to the left and you didn't have a whole lot of symptoms, and then you come back and then you wait a little bit and then you turn your head to the right and you have a lot of symptoms, I would suggest that, okay, well, maybe that's the right side that is more involved. And likewise, if you have more symptoms on the left, then maybe the left side's involved. So let's go over, if you have more symptoms on the left, and we're thinking, okay, well, maybe the left horizontal canal is involved, the maneuver that you're going to do is you're going to lay down slowly on that pillow, and then you're going to turn your head to the left. And it's a little bit further than that modified Epley maneuver for the posterior canal. It's not that 45-degree angle. You're turning pretty much as far as you're able to. You're going to wait there for 30 seconds, or for the duration of your symptoms plus 30 seconds. And then once your symptoms have stopped and you waited 30 seconds longer, you're going to rotate all the way to the right. And you're going to wait there for the same duration that you did in the first position. Now, once that time frame is up, the last part, or the last position that you're going to be in, is you're going to roll onto your right side and tuck your chin and look straight down to the floor. So it's important to get your head all the way almost perpendicular to the floor, so you're looking directly down at the floor. If you can accomplish this, if you have enough neck mobility to just lay on your side and roll kind of far and tuck your chin, that's great. Some people may need to roll all the way onto their stomach and tuck their chin in order to get the correct position. But it just kind of depends on how much neck mobility you have. But those are the 3 positions. You're going to stay in that 3rd position for the same amount of time you did in those other 2 positions, in the first other 2 positions. And then if you're on your stomach, I suggest keeping your chin tucked and then coming back up onto your knees. If you're on your side and you can bring your legs off of the bed or wherever you're doing this maneuver, keep your chin tucked and keep your head oriented towards that direction as you sit up. And that is the barbecue roll. So the difference between the posterior canal, you don't have your head extended. You actually have your head a little bit flexed because it's supported by the pillow. And you're rotating your head a little bit further than that 45-degree angle you do with the posterior canal. And that, when you get to that 3rd position with the modified Epley maneuver for that posterior canal, your head is kind of rotated at an angle. But for the horizontal canal, when you do the barbecue roll, you need to be all the way looking straight down towards the floor. So your head needs to be a little bit further rotated for that maneuver. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you've tried this maneuver and if you had success or you haven't, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Let me know, and I hope that you enjoyed watching this. Thanks.